What up, guys? In this video, I want to talk about are women are women attracted to men who are relationship oriented? This basically means, you know, if a woman is attracted to a man who wants a girlfriend versus a man who is like a playboy. Um, and I think the answer is in between. I think men or women do like relationship-oriented men, but they don't want a man who's relationship-oriented by default, meaning that he just meets a woman and his attraction just goes super high for her, and he just immediately starts trusting her and immediately just sees her as a girlfriend material. So I'll reiterate that women, I believe, do like relationship-oriented men, or at least healthy women, but they don't want that orientedness to come right off the bat. They want it to be slowly released from the man, and the man will slowly build attraction or acceptance or trust for them. And I'll get into a few reasons why. I say a big reason why is that women generally like men who are outward focused. So I guess you could say men who are focused on their mission and accomplishing things, building things outside of themselves. Men who are basically using their body to enact onto the world. If you're not like that, a woman would just assume that you're too emotional, like you're too interested in intimacy with a woman. You need to prioritize your mission first, because women look to men to be providers. Like historically, that's what it was. So your main focus should be like starting a business, or working out, or volunteering, or building something. Build a shed in your backyard, work on your house, do something along those lines. Work on building your skills and hobbies, and then slowly you can become attracted to the woman. So then she can know that at heart you're a provider, because you're focused on your mission in the world first. So I hope that makes sense. That yes, women do like relationship-oriented men, but you first have to work on your mission in life, and then slowly you can get attracted to her and trust you. Okay. Another reason why women want relationship-oriented men, but they do not want the man to be like that off the bat and by default, has to do with manipulation. Okay. If you come across a woman and she's just super pretty, and then all of a sudden you're in your mind, you're like, wow, she's pretty, and all of a sudden you just start trusting her. You see the best in her. You start imagining yourself having kids and being married with them. Okay, that's great. That's hopeful. There's nothing wrong with that. But if that's how quickly you jump to conclusions, you see her, she's pretty, she seems nice, so you just immediately see yourself in a future with her, and she can sense that because you're just so excited about her. She's gonna deem that you're easily manipulated, and you're manipulated by your own fantasies, and women don't like that. Women don't like men who are manipulated by their own fantasies, because your positive emotion is just driving you into possibly into destruction, because you don't know if she's a good woman or not, and she knows that you don't know. So if you're being drawn in that easily, then she might assume that you'll be drawn into other things in life. Like, because historically you couldn't be tricked, if you were historically, or even in regular day life, you can't be tricked in by con artists. You have to have some discernment, and you can't just go for everything. And I think that should be said. So that's another reason why women do like relationship-oriented men, but they want the man to become relationship-oriented slowly. Okay? Another reason why is safety, right? If you become super attached to a woman super quickly, then she might feel like, it's that old story, like give a mouse a crumb, he'll ask for a muffin, give him a muffin, he'll want a cake. I don't know, it's that old book, children's book. Like, she'll feel like she can't give you a date, or she can't give you even a kiss, because she might see it as linear. If you're already a little bit attached to her, she might think that if she even gives you one date, you're going to become so attached to her that she can't back out without something dangerous happening to her, without you getting obsessed or stalking her, which I think most of the time would not happen. Like, I have a friend who can take no very well, but he still gets very attached to women. So I think it's not logical necessarily that women do this, but I think they deem you as less safe if you're becoming attached so easily, because they don't believe that they can turn you down, so they jump out and ghost you early so that you don't end up stalking them or whatever. All right, I'm gonna cut real quick. Another reason is kind of related to other reasons I said, but it's strength. A woman wants to know that you don't just give in to your pleasures, that you have strength and you have the ability to walk away from her, and that makes her feel turned on, because it's kind of, they can see that as value. It's kind of like, I'll get into another part, is like supply and demand. Sadly, people kind of operate under the mindset that whatever is easy to get is not valuable. And I know that we shouldn't think that, but logically, I think it's kind of what ends up happening. So if you're relationship oriented right off the bat, the woman will think that you're less valuable. Sometimes I think that that's what can happen, and unless they're like a really logical woman, but I think most people in general are not that logical. Like I remember some example, that artist Banksy, people had like, this guy set up these real Banksy paintings on the side of the street, and nobody gave a damn about it. But once they figured out that they were real Banksy paintings, then everybody cared. But there was some people who bought it for like $70 or something like that, these like hundreds of thousands of dollars paintings, but they didn't know that it was valuable, and all of a sudden when it is valuable, they care. And just like those artists whose work is worth nothing, and the second they're dead, it's worth everything, or worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so people kind of operate off supply and demand. So you don't necessarily want to give a woman the impression that they can have you easily. Another reason why a woman wants you to warm up slowly to them is because they want to feel special. The woman won't know that she's special if you start liking her right away, or you start showing attachment or the desire to basically, she can sense that you're already sold on her. She will feel like she's not special because she doesn't know if you feel that way about other women too. But if you start to like her slowly over a longer period of time, then, or at least, you show that outwardly that it's slower, even if you feel it inside that you're super attracted to her, then she'll feel more special, because she wants to feel like you started to like her because of the unique things about her. If she tells you a bunch of stories about her life and her family and her goals and her mission, and then you start to show that you like her, she's gonna appreciate that a lot more and feel a lot more special and desired than if you just started showing her a bunch of attachment before she even told you anything unique about her. Okay, so I think, a woman still wants to be able to win you over. She doesn't want you to just be all in right away. she always wants to be able to impress you, and the same as us. We want to feel motivated as men. We want to feel motivated to keep working for our woman, and I think a woman wants that too. So that's why you want to be slower to be attractive. And I think that maybe the bad boys who are not relationship oriented, maybe they will show a ton of desire for her, but at the same time you can sense that they don't really care about the outcome. It's like they're strong and they're emotionally attached at the same time, and that's basically what I'm asking you to recreate. You know, to be strong and then become attached, but do it slower than the bad boy. But in the end, you're not gonna leave the girl for another girl just for the sake of finding a new girl. And that's what the bad boys will do. So essentially, you want to pursue her, but do not attach very easily. That's what I'm saying. But be loyal. So I think this is why the women get attached to the bad boys, because the bad boys will pursue her, but they're very outcome independent, where they don't really care what happens. And that's essentially kind of how you have to be, but you're gonna do it slower, and you're gonna not be a piece of shit and just go try to have sex or get other women, you know, and just play women just for validation. But yeah, I hope that makes sense. To answer the question, and the reason why I'm answering this question is because I heard a lot of people say, you know, oh, women don't like men who are boyfriend material, and I think they do like men who are boyfriend material. It's just they're so used to, you know, men who try to make themselves boyfriend material just as a selling point, and they just become attached way too quick. I think if you do it slower, for all the reasons mentioned, such as, you know, that she will feel safer, she will sense that you're more mission oriented, that you're not easily swayed and manipulated, then you can still do that and end up as boyfriend with her. I hope that makes sense. Drop a comment, like, subscribe. I would love it if you subscribed. I want to see that 51 subscribers go to 52. That would make me really happy. All right, have a good day, y'all. Peace out. About to go eat some pizza. Peace.